I'm tired. I know. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. So, I was tagged in a video. This is what I get. This is what I get. All the time. In chats. So, I was tagged in a video from Mr.P. And it was a 15 questions tag video that he was tagged in, and then he tagged me and a couple other channels in it as well. So I'm going to answer the questions. Why not? Sounds like fun. Where are you going? Anywho, I wish I could show you how I have you guys propped up right now. It's hysterical. Sophia's holding you. The baby doll. The baby doll is holding you. Like, literally, you are on her legs and she's holding you with her hands. It's true. I'd show you, I would. Anyway, I don't have my tripod. The thing that the phone sits in the tripod broke. So, and it's all it is a little screw-on piece that I got off of like a selfie stick. But I need it because it's what clips onto the cell phone. Like, most tripods have just the screw that you screw a camera, because most cameras have the little screw thing on the bottom. I have no idea if I'm making any sense. I'm really tired. It's like 5 o'clock. Come on. Oh, my knee. Or not. So, I'm relaxing. That's what I'm doing. I was outside earlier. Stop. It's really wet outside, so I can't really do anything. Anyway, back to this. Let me answer these questions. So, question number 1 is, what month were you born? I was born in December, so I'm a December baby. December 8th. Number 2, what is your zodiac sign? Sagittarius. I'm Sagittarius. I really don't know much about the whole zodiac thing, like what any of that really means. But I'm Sagittarius. Number 3, what was my worst subject? My worst subject was math. More specifically, the specialized maths, like algebra, geometry, all of those. I was terrible. And I don't know if it was terrible just because it was terrible. Now, my senior year in high school, I did business math. I was actually pretty good at that. I was pretty good at business math. But that was a math where it all made sense. You know what I mean? Like, it was stuff that they taught us that we would need in real life, like how to balance a checkbook, how to multiply, add, subtract, and do all that kind of stuff quickly. So I liked that class, but mostly math. I had to write them down. Favorite cereal. My favorite cereal, and I haven't had it in years, and I can't find it anywhere. It's called puffed rice. The best way I can describe it, if you've never heard of it, is it's kind of like the Honey Smacks, only without the sugar coating. So, I don't know. But I grew up on it, and I loved it, and I still love it, but I can't find it anywhere. So, puffed rice. Favorite color is purple, believe it or not. It's purple. It's not yellow. It's purple. I love sunflowers as far as the flower, but as far as favorite color, it's purple. Favorite sandwich. I don't have one. Only because I like sandwiches. So, like, I'm not super, like, there isn't a specific sandwich that I lean towards. I just, whatever I'm in the mood for. I mean, I like all kinds of sandwiches. Peanut butter and jelly, turkey, ham. I don't have a favorite. Favorite car. I know absolutely nothing about cars. Nothing. The only reason I know what make and model car I have is because it's my car. And it gets asked a lot in questions. But I don't know anything about cars. Now, as far as cars that I've owned, my favorite car that I've ever owned was my very first car that I owned. And it was a car that my stepfather sold me when I graduated high school. And he sold it to me for $1. And it was a Z24 Cavalier. It was a 1989 Z24 Cavalier. I'll never forget that car. I loved it. But I guess it's because it was like a really, I want to say, important part of my life. Like, that was high school. That was the car I drove to my first job. That was the car that I drove around in with my friends. And so, yeah, my Z24 Cavalier. And it was maroon. And I'll insert a picture here. And this is kind of what it looked like. Not exactly, because it's not the car. I don't even know if I have a picture of that car anywhere. Probably. I think I have a picture of that car with a giant Kermit the Frog sitting in a seat that I drove around for a couple of years with a life-size Kermit the Frog in the back seat. Can't even make it up. Favorite board game. Growing up, my brother and I played a lot of board games, but back then we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of that. So we had to play games or go outside or do other things. So we used to play a game called Stratego, which I think they still make. And it's a strategy game, obviously. You have to hide I can't remember if you're hiding your captain. It's like a war game, but you're hiding your captain, and the object is to go through the ranks or go through to the other person and find it. But you can set up bombs, which would blow the other person's player up, and you can set up, that was the game I grew up. That one, Life, and Sorry were the games that I grew up on. What?
I love how I'm finding a bunch of recipes, yet none of them have measurements.
Who measures anything in a recipe anymore? It's cream cheese.
Apparently ranch.
Hot sauce. You don't have to put ranch in it. Chicken. Buffalo chicken dip. She's making buffalo chicken dip for dinner. Oh, my knee.
It says one rotisserie chicken. Do I just use the rest of the chicken?
Yeah, you gotta pick it.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to this. What was it? Oh, board games. As an adult, Lacey doesn't really play board games.
Well, I will. I just won't play I don't like the 2-day long games.
You don't like games that you don't hold an attention span for like a regular board game. But So Scrabble is probably the one that I have played the most as far as board games. I like card games, like I like Uno and those kinds of games too. So, but I'd have to say Scrabble as an adult. But growing up, it was Life, Strategio, and Sorry. Sorry was a big one. I used to love playing Sorry with my brother.
Say what? Play what?
Sorry.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, there's like no skill involved at all. But it was just fun. Where did I grow up? Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It's actually a little area with a couple of surrounding towns that I grew up in. Like, I can't really say that I grew up in Gettysburg. My home address was actually Fairfield. But Fairfield was on the very outskirts of the little town called Fairfield. And the town Fairfield, literally, if you blinked, you were through it. It's like a one-street town. That's it. There's like nothing there. Hardly.
I have an idea.
So I went to school in Gettysburg. But I also had family and I went to church and we would go and do a lot of things in Emmitsburg, Maryland, which was like a couple of miles from my house. So it's like Emmitsburg, Fairfield, Gettysburg area. But mainly Gettysburg. I say Gettysburg because that's where I went to school. I went to school in Gettysburg. From the time I was in kindergarten until I graduated. I graduated in Gettysburg.
Probably just one of these, right?
What?
One of these? Or two?
Probably two.
I'm gonna mix everything together and you better hope it tastes good because nobody measures anything. So. Unless you want to help me.
If you guys don't see any more videos from me, then her food killed me. Just saying.
Nobody measures anything. How is that supposed to help me?
You're not putting sour cream in it, are you?
That's what it says. Am I not supposed to put sour cream in it?
I mean, if the recipe calls for it, I guess.
There is no recipe. I don't know how much of anything I'm supposed to use.
But does it call for you to put it in it?
It says to put sour cream in it. I just don't know how much of anything to put in. So I can't.
Where are you looking up recipes?
Pinterest. I can't find a single recipe with a measurement in it, except for where it says 1 cup of cheese. None of it's helping me. It doesn't say use this many ounces of cream cheese. It doesn't say use this much chicken. It doesn't say use this much sour cream. It doesn't say use this much hot sauce. Nothing is helping. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do.
I'll be right back, guys. Where was I? Where did I grow up? I did that. Yeah. Favorite Disney character is the genie from Aladdin. He's my favorite. I just think he's funny.
Which Aladdin?
The genie from Aladdin.
The cartoon one or the new one?
It's the same. Either way you look at it, it's a Disney character. Whether it's the animated or non-animated, he's still a Disney character.
Well, I know that. I just didn't know if the one in the cartoon was funny too.
Well, yeah. He's funnier, actually. I don't know, they're different. Like, they're just the live animation the one with Will Smith and the one with Robin Williams were both good. I mean, the original, in my eyes, for as far as Disney, is always better than the remakes, but the remake was good too. Hero is my grandmother. My grandmother was my hero. She raised 8 kids. She lost her husband, my grandfather, when I was 5. And she never remarried. And I loved my grandmother. Like, she had gardens and did canning. And she just was the epitome of what I grew up thinking a strong woman should be. So, my grandmother. Number 12, favorite store. And that. She laughs because she knows. And that is by far my favorite store. And I don't think I've ever been in I've never been in an and that till we moved, till it opened up here.
You said you've been in one in Pennsylvania, remember?
It wasn't and that, though. It was called the Christmas tree shops, which the Christmas tree shops and that are the same company.
And that's just a better store.
They're pretty much the same, really. Honestly, they're pretty much the same. It's just the Christmas tree shops and that. So, it's just a collection of everything. Like they have, you can get food and coffee. You can get stuff you can't get like at regular stores. You can get stuff you can get at regular stores there, obviously. They have furniture. They have decorative items. They have all kinds of stuff, toys and dishes. But what I really like about the store is it changes. It's like every week that I go in there or have gone in there. Of course, obviously lately we haven't been able to go in there because they've been shut down. Sorry that sun's on my face, but I'm laying on what I'm calling the couch. It's actually a bed, but it's in my living room, so I'm calling it a couch. Anyway, so they just, every week you can go in there and it's like there's something different. And I love it. 13, ever performed on stage? Yes. From the time I was in 3rd grade until I graduated high school, I was in the chorus and choir the whole way through. What? Is that where you get it from? I guess. So yeah, I was in chorus, and then in high school they kind of got even more. So there was the regular chorus, and then there was concert choir. Concert choir you had to audition for. And then I also was in 50 swing choir, gospel choir. I was in county chorus. I sang the whole way through school. I just sang. Now, when I was in elementary school, I also was in band for a couple of years, but I didn't do very well in band.
Oh, I didn't either.
So when I left elementary school, my mom told me I had to pick either band or chorus, and I picked chorus hands down. So yeah, I performed on stage. I actually lettered in chorus and concert choir. So I have 2 letters. I never got a jacket for them, but I have 2 letters that I earned through high school by participating in those. I mean, it's not a sport, but it was an extracurricular activity that we did all kinds of stuff. I went to Florida, I went to Disney World with them. We sang at Disney World at Epcot Center. We used to sing at Hershey Park, and we used to sing all over the place.
Did you go to New York?
To New York? Yeah, well, we went to Broadway.
I was supposed to.
We went and saw Cats. No, not Cats. We saw Phantom of the Opera. The year before they went to saw Cats. I saw Phantom of the Opera. So yeah, I did all kinds of stuff with them. And like I said, and when I was in high school, like when you're in the upper grades, you can start doing different, being parts of the different groups. Like I said, I did 50 swing choir. Now 50 swing choir, there was only 6 of us that did that. And we sang and danced. And yes, I had a poodle skirt. And then there was gospel choir, which was more religious music. And I think there was maybe 10 of us in that. And then concert choir was about 20, 25 of us, I think. Chorus was bigger. Because it was all the grades in high school. So yeah, I did perform on stage. Where am I at? Oh, number 14. Did I go to private or public school? Public. I went to public school. And 15, what was my celebrity crush growing up? This is actually kind of funny. So when I was a kid, I talk about my grandmother and how she was a hero to me. And I used to spend a lot of time with my grandmother. One, she would babysit us when we were younger, but then I would just voluntarily go and stay with her for weeks on end. Like I'd spend weeks in the summer with her. I'd spend weekends. Well, she was big into wrestling, and so was I. So when I was a kid, I absolutely loved Hulk Hogan. Loved him. And my grandmother did too. So it was that was like a kid crush. But then when I got older, low, I guess teens or whatever, I think everybody growing up in my era, or at least girls at the time, had to be one of the New Kids on the Block. So Joey from New Kids on the Block. Huge crush on him. So yeah, Joey from New Kids on the Block and Hulk Hogan. What can I say? So yeah, so that's it. That's all 15 questions. That was fun. I kind of like that. That was kind of something different to do. As far as people to tag, I'm going to, of course, tag WaWa from WaWa's Chronicles so she can answer it. And I don't think she was tagged, so I'm going to tag her. And that is Leah from Ability Mom of Two. So
we should do a Q&A.
We've done Q&As.
Yeah, I know. We should do another one.
We should do another.
In a while.
What, Q&A?
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys want to see us do a Q&A? Anyway, so that's it. That's all I've got for you. I'm going to continue to just lay here and pretty much do nothing the rest of the night because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And I'm off tomorrow. So, love you guys. And I hope you had a wonderful, beautiful day. And, yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.